Cao Cao, emperor of Wei dynasty, was suffering from the heart disease. He was very painful every time he broke out. When he heard that Hua Tuo had excellent medical skills, he was summoned to stay with him. Every time he got sick, Hua Tuo used acupuncture as the sore point, and he had Kate stopped immediately. However, Hua Tuo was concerned about the common people and did not want to serve the princes and the nobles, so he said that his wife had taken leave of absence and had not returned to the court for a long time. Cao Cao was very angry. He sent people to investigate the and found that his wife was all right. So he put Huawei in prison and sentenced to death. Before his execution, Hua Tuo took out a book and handed it to the jailer, said, "This book can be used to save people." The jailer didn't dare to accept it, and Hua Tuo didn't ask for it, so he burned the book. After Hua Tuo was executed, when Cao Cao had when the disease was committed, it became more and more serious and painful without any treatment. However, he still resented Hua Tuo, said that Hua Tuo could eradicate his disease, but he did not cure it all at once, so as to elevate himself. Even if he did not kill him, he would not kill himself. When his beloved son was critically ill, he said, "I regret killing Hua otherwise my children would not die." Hua is one of the few outstanding surgeons in history of Chinese medicine. He is good at anesthesia, acupuncture, massage, and other methods, and is good at thoracotomy and abdominal surgery. The method of surgical operation is not mainstream treatment. Traditional Chinese medicine based on the culture of respecting confusions under the prepositions of the body scheme, and the patients are subject to it. Surgical operations had not developed in large scale and in traditional Chinese medicine. Some medical historians have proved that Hua Tuo's method of treatment is recorded in Indian medical, and the major use in mother pearl, mother flower is also made in India. Therefore, this suggests that Hua Tuo traveled all over the central plain all his life, and is probably a doctor from the India. Although this statement cannot trace it also has a certain reference view. At the same time, we should also realize that the surgeon of traditional Chinese medicine does not exist, and and as far back as the Han Dynasty, it has reached a very high level. However, with the passage of time and the continuous progress of traditional Chinese medicine in theory and practice. Most of the disease can be cured by acupuncture, medicine, and other treatment methods, and this paints serious injured of meridians and characteristics. This is not the defect traditional Chinese medicine that some people think. On the contrary, it's actually a kind of civilization created by culture. The spiritual cultured atmosphere in China has created a spiritual research method of traditional Chinese medicine. Under this condition, traditional Chinese medicine has also obtained considerable development. Many other medical problems that can only be solved by circular methods can be used here to achieve the same effect. We have to admit that it's beyond the scientific nature and is the essential of the theory and is profound. At the same time, this is also the root of the enduring supervision of traditional Chinese medicine theory over the other medicine. The medical experts after period of the Qin, Sui, Jing, Sui, and Tang dynasties were enriched and developed the theoretical system. The Sui and Tang dynasties are an important transitional period in the Middle ancient history of China. The most prominent and distinguished cultural feature of the Sui and Tang dynasty is its inclusiveness and integration. It presents a multicolored sense of observing hundreds of strains, surging and magnificent, and casting the unique culture, style, and ethnical idea of the Sui and Tang dynasty. The country is strong and the economy is prosperous. The unification of the Sui dynasty made the social order of the whole country stable, and the economic and cultural changes between the north and the south. The economy developed high, and the politics remained relative stable for a long time, which laid a solid foundation for the development of medicine. Passive class is written by an imperial medical official Wang Shuhe, in which the condition of 24 palsy and their indicating syndromes are expounded. Its earliest monograph palsy is extant in China. Wang Shuhe also sought out the treatise on fiber disease. After years of work, many sleep of treaties and Fibro disease were lost or incomplete. Even the treatise on Fibro disease, which was complete only a few decades ago, was all lost or incomplete. 黄书和 Hoover's supermedic order was deeply aware of the great value of these medical treatises. He was very impatient in his heart, so he made up his mind to restore the real appearance of these books. Therefore, he collected Zhang Zongjing's old theory and searched for the original of the book everywhere. Finally, he successfully obtained the complete version of treatise on Fibro disease and Mascaris disease, which was sought out the repaired and preserved. It is a treatise on Fibro disease that we see today. A B classic of acupuncture and the most portion comprised by Huang Pumi is the earliest monograph and acupuncture. Huang Pumi summed up the achievements of acupuncture and the most portion before the Wei and the Jin dynasties, observed the essence of previous acupuncture monography and detect the floating word. In addition to its repetition, he did very heavy material selection and thought work. He joined his own practical experience and wrote the cost book. General treatise on cause and manifestation, compiled by imperial physician Cao Yuanfang. And Huang Pumi co-works is a respective work of studying pathogens and manifestation of disease. Ge Hong is a mediator of preventive medicine. He was born in the Eastern Jin dynasty and his theory contains the strong idea of immunity. Ge Hong, a regular figure in ancient China, is a medical scientist and the most outstanding respected and master of immortal tossing. In his book, he first mentioned the symptoms and treatment of some infectious disease. He also described the disease called 湿入, which was contagious and had collapse symptoms. People infected with this disease often felt afraid of cold and fever, all over fatigues, transit, body gradually emaciated, a long time will die. Ge Hong has the first person to observe and record tuberculosis in China. Ge Hong's medical thought is advanced. He paid great attention to the study of the acute infectious disease. In ancient times, people thought that it was natural disaster. Ge Hong did not agree. In order to cure the rabies, Ge Hong applied the branch and range of mad dog on the round of rabies patients, although it did not play the real therapy role. It could be seen the diminution of modern immune research. He is a pioneer in immunology. The 红色 wife 鲍菇 is an excellent female acupuncturist. In the Sui dynasty, the earliest medical education Tai department was established in Chinese history, which was also the first large-scale official medical education record in the history of world civilization. Chao Yuanfang is an official of the Tai department in Li Generous treatise on the cause and symptoms of disease edited by Chao Yuanfang was published under the social background. It is the first monography on etiology, pathogenesis, and symptoms. The book records the cause of the parasitic disease and the areas where different diseases occur. The symptoms manifestations of various disease and the characteristic living habits and the invasion routes of the parasites. The source of disease and the symptoms is one of the important basics of traditional Chinese medicine symptom differentiation prescription. The book is rich in content detailed in description, accurate in analysis, clear and easy to understand. It is a rare book. In addition, the treatise on the range of various diseases is also an important work, recording the raw level of medical development at the same time. From the content of understanding the cause of disease contained in book, the understanding of disease at the, that, that time had researched a comprehensive and shrewd level, perhaps due to the influence of cultural orientation. Most cultures in the history of medicine pay more attention to the research and the writing of principles, methods, prescriptions, and medicines, and there are very few monographies on these aspects. The comprehensive and thoughtful content of the book just make up for this vacancy. Up to today, level of medical development, it is still a complete good book. Another great physician of Sui dynasty was Sun Simiao. Essential recipes for emergence used both in a thousand ground and supplement to recipes within a thousand ground. Compiled by Sun Simiao, all the hundred done prescription books that record the effective formulas of working philosophies and their various recipe measures. Sun Simiao is not only good at internal medicine but also good at general surgeons and five senses organs. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is the first time that a separate department should be set up for the treatment of women and children's disease. Under his influence, prosperity medical worker general pay attention to the search on the treatment technology of gynecological and predictress disease. Sun Simiao attached great importance to the prevention of disease, stress, and the viewpoint of prevention first, and adheres to the message of symptom differentiations and treatment. He advocated paying attention to personal hygiene and sports health care, and put forward the idea of combined diet, medicine, healthy preservation, nourishing nature, and healthy care. In clinical practice, Sun Simiao summed up many valuable experiences such as treatment blindness with animal liver, treat academic goitre with Sleep's gland. He proposed that residents should be cleaner and quiet. The mood should be comfortable, and there should be no tension during the labor. For instance, it is suggested the field meal regularly and quantitatively. 孙思邈 attached great importance to folk prescriptions and devoted his whole life to clinical medical research. He was proficient in internal and external medicine. He had 14 achievements, which created the precedent in the history of Chinese medicine and philosophy, especially in discarding modern ethnic advocating pediatrics and acupuncture points. There are also many outstanding medical experts and important work in the Song, Qing, and Yuan dynasties were introduced in detail the next time. Okay.